Good morning. We are in Tijuana. I just woke up in my Airbnb. It is rainy. It's a rainy day here in Tijuana. Let's go get LASIK surgery. Okay, what am I doing in Tijuana for LASIK surgery? Well, let me tell you. So I wanted to have LASIK surgery for ages, and it has always been so expensive. I just moved back to Southern California this last year, and medical tourism kind of popped back on my radar. I lived in LA before, and I knew that it was a super common thing in border areas like in Texas and in Southern California for people to go across the border for, dentistry, eye care, plastic surgery, stuff like that. I think everyone, or a lot of Americans' initial gut reaction is, ooh, that sounds risky, that sounds shady, that sounds, I don't know, third worldy. It's not. Mexico has great healthcare, and this, it's called the Codet Vision Center, and they not only are one of the biggest LASIK eye surgery centers in North America, it's where most surgeons, or a lot of surgeons, go to train on the procedure. So anyway, I'm gonna be in very good hands. The big kicker is it's probably 30% of the cost of having it done at one of the top places in Los Angeles. So that's why I'm here. Also, Tijuana, I can see San Diego from my window. So it's very close and very convenient. And it was so easy. I just parked near the border, walked over the bridge, went through customs, and then took an Uber to my Airbnb. And in a few minutes, they are coming to pick me up. They send a car to come get you and escort you to and from the facility. And they'll do the same tomorrow when I come back for my checkup. So anyway, the car should be here any minute. Let's go do this. Thank you. I think I'm ready. Because getting to Tijuana from Los Angeles kind of turns into an all-day affair, I opted to not do my initial consultation until the day of my surgery, which is what they do for most people who are coming from the US. Because I'm most likely a candidate, but there is a possibility, maybe like a 20% chance, that I will not be a candidate. So there is a possibility that I will go home after my consultation with no surgery and I won't be a candidate for LASIK.
Welcome to Codet.
Yeah, thank you.
We're gonna walk to the... Well, what's gonna happen now, we're gonna go to reception. You're gonna sign in and fill out your paperwork.
Okay, I just got registered. I didn't want to film in there. There's a lot of people in there and that's inconsiderate. But I just got all my paperwork done. They are about to take me up for my testing, and then I'll have the consultation with Dr. Chayette, and then, fingers crossed, surgery. It should be pretty quick, so let's see. The most likely scenario is that I will be a candidate for the all laser LASIK, which has the shortest recovery time of like 6 hours. I go back for a checkup tomorrow and then it's done. Maybe some dryness and mild discomfort, but very little pain. It's like a total non-event. Not a total non-event, but it's way less invasive and intense of a surgery than I realized. The next possibility is that my corneas are too thin for that surgery. And if that's the case, I will need to have a different type of LASIK called PRK. And it's very similar. The big difference in practicality is that you have to go back 5 days later. So the recovery is a little bit longer. I think it might be slightly more uncomfortable, but still not painful or keeping you from doing most things. But on day 5, they do have to put this, I'm probably not explaining it very well. It's basically like a contact lens they have to put on your eye for those 5 days, and that's what you go back for, is to have that taken out. And that's just to help the little flap thing heal,
Comfortable right there?
Sure. One possible outcome also is that after the surgery, it may not entirely take away my need for glasses and contacts. It would still vastly improve my eyesight and reduce the prescription, but that's possible. So, you know, that's one thing that I'm nervous about. Not the end of the world, but that wouldn't be a perfect outcome, but it's totally possible. And I've armed myself with a lot of knowledge about LASIK surgery, although it probably doesn't sound like it, but I have done a lot of research, and that's how I tend to combat anxiousness or nervousness about things, because if you have the facts about them, they're usually nowhere near as scary as your brain makes them seem. I've done it with like critters, like spending so much time in the outdoors. You know, I've researched so much about bears and cougars and snakes, and the more I know, the more comfortable I am, because the facts are that those things rarely happen. They can happen, and they do happen, and you should be prepared for them to happen, but they are really, really unlikely. And so, same with LASIK. I've armed myself with all the statistics and all the most likely scenarios, and so I know that there are risks with anything like this, but in the scheme of things, especially LASIK compared to other outpatient surgeries, is so safe. So anyway, I'm so stoked. I am so stoked. If I'm able to have the all laser surgery, if I'm able to have the all laser LASIK surgery, I should be able to see better, like immediately, like after I stand up. It might continue to improve, but that should have like immediate results. I think with PRK, it takes a little longer to see the benefits. It's not like instantaneous, but there's a good chance that when I get back here in 3 or 4 hours, I won't need these bad boys. Can you imagine? Although I'm a little bummed, like I love wearing glasses. I love wearing glasses like as like a piece of fashion. I have a number of pair of glasses, and I love having the option to switch them out and, you know, show personality with glasses. So I'm a little, slightly bummed to not need them anymore. Not enough to not have LASIK surgery done, of course, but I am gonna miss wearing glasses. I think I might have to have some fake lenses put in, a couple pair or something, just so I can still wear them occasionally, because I like them. Well, I don't like them enough to want to wear them for the rest of my life, but I will slightly miss them. I think the thing I'm most excited about is like all my outdoor stuff. I don't really mind wearing contacts or glasses at home or at work or shopping or in normal day-to-day activities, but it really becomes a nuisance running. I always have to, I don't have to, but I choose to put contacts in because it's not comfortable to run with glasses, and I like to wear sunglasses if I'm running someplace sunny. And then on longer backpacking trips, it's just such a pain to have to deal with all these little contacts that need to be so clean, and you're in the dirt in the middle of nowhere. And so I am really excited to be able to swim and bike and run and kayak and do all those things without having to worry about losing a contact or wearing my glasses. So that's definitely what I'm most excited about. I'm not a candidate for LASIK. Pretty big bummer. I know it was a possibility, of course, but I have a mild case of an eye condition. I can't remember what it's called. I don't remember what it's called. But it's not really something to be concerned about otherwise, or at least not right now, but it does mean that I cannot have LASIK. I could have LASIK, but it would be much more likely to have problems and or unsuccessful. And no, that's not what we want to do. So I am a candidate for implantable contact lenses. They're just these little, kind of like a contact lens. They're shaped differently. It's basically like a little thing that like gets implanted into your eye, and it's basically like you have contacts in forever. But I don't know. I don't know about that. For some reason, I don't love the idea of like having a thing in my eye forever. It just feels like so much more, I don't know, so much more like well, invasive, but I don't know. I just don't know if I want a piece of plastic in my eyes for the rest of my life. Like, are contacts and glasses that big of a deal? I don't know. Well, here's the kicker. It's more than 3 times the cost of LASIK. So that's what I think, I mean, that's without question what's coloring my opinion on the topic. Like, is it worth paying more than 3 times, 3.5 times what I was going to pay for LASIK for that? Like 3.5 times the cost for something that I'm really, I shouldn't say that I'm on the fence about or that I'm not interested in. I don't know anything about it. They told me a little bit about it, so I learned a little bit about it, but I need to do some research before I have a big opinion. But it doesn't, obviously, for obvious reasons, it doesn't seem as easy and amazing as LASIK, and it's 3.5 times the cost, so it kind of feels like a very easy decision, but I guess I should do some more research first. I don't know. Right now, I'm gonna go get some lunch. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go eat about it. Want to watch another video? Click here. Want to learn more about my upcoming trips? Click here. Want to subscribe and like all my videos and turn those bell notifications on?